Good morning, cuz. I see you here. How is everyone today? And there's Christopher. Good morning, people. We have a snowy day down here, southern Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Had to dive snow trails out for the chicken. Oh, lots of fun. Les Senate Ager Homestead. Hey, Willie. Good to see you. We only got a dust in the last 2 days, and the wind blowed it away, so we didn't get much. Poor Chris has got to make trails for his chickens. Because you were the first one here and you were right exactly 10 o'clock. That's good. But it's cloudy today and the temperature is going to be dropping again. Let me see here. Hey, Matt, good to see ya. Matt should be going live tomorrow. And there's Howie. Boom. I am firing up my rocket stove. Ooh, cool. Does anybody recognize these? Some reason it didn't come on. Let me check and see what the problem with Nightbot is. Okay, let's see. It doesn't seem to be doing it. How you got frost last night? Hope it don't knock off the cherry blossoms. I hope it doesn't either, Howie. Or you won't have much of a cherry hop. Christopher says, I'm snowy in ours up. I don't know why Nightbot is not working. Okay. Now it's working. Let me get back to where it was, started working. Striking conditions mostly cloudy with a temperature of 34. The wind is blowing from the west-southwest at 16 miles per hour. Weather for Piqua. Conditions are snowy with a temperature of 30. The wind is blowing from the south-southeast at 4 miles per hour. Okay, it finally worked. Weather for Albuquerque. Conditions are sunny with a temperature of 30. The wind is blowing from the north at 6 miles per hour. The current humidity is 44%. Finally, Nightbot finally woke up. It's about dang time. It's supposed to wake up as soon as I go live. Do your weather, Howie. Good morning, Joseph. Good to see you this morning. Now let's see. Weather in Lawton, its conditions are showers in the vicinity with temperature of 33. The wind is blowing from the west-northwest at 7 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 37%. That is great, cuz Steve says maybe Nightbot was just making coffee. Oh, they're in 35 degrees. And rain. It says clear, but the humidity is 100%. I don't know where Indian Island is. T-shirt at 30 degrees is a little too cold for me. I mean, 35 degrees T-shirt. Yeah, that's a little too cold for me. Hey, Buster. Long time no see. Good to have you at least listening in. Well, let me get the sweet potatoes so I can give you guys a view of what's going on. Thank you, Lucy. This one so far is still doing roots. And I don't see any signs of a slip yet. Had to get a paper towel, clean that up. But this one with slips on it has got one little root. I don't know if you can see it, but there's one little root coming out. Right there. Oh. Now you clean up the water on my desk. Good thing I moved my keyboard, or it would have got soaked. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Buster, but still 27 out of 50. At least that's 50%. But there's a lot of room for improvement. Were they your own eggs or were they purchased from elsewhere? Buster wants to know if Joseph is staying warm. And Steve wants to know if it was your own eggs, Buster. Yes, but they're out of older birds. Like I said, you got over 50%. Let's see here. You got 54%. So being older birds and your first hatch of the season, that's pretty good. Do you have your gobies in the incubator? Howie's still here. Today is one of those days where I want to go back to bed. Oh, but the sun's out. It means I can open up the curtains pretty soon. You mean not a terrible hatch, Matt? Or are you saying no, a terrible hatch? If you get 50% out of older birds, that's doing pretty good. Yes, on the Goby, 2-year-old birds just need to save some young birds. Yes. Yes, I thought you meant Matt, not a terrible hatch. 2-year-old birds, you got a 54%. That is pretty dang good, in my opinion. Do you know what your hens to roux ratio is? Because if your roux are old, that's the reason why the fertility is only 50%. If the roux are 2 years old, then yeah. Five to one. Okay. Then and your roux are 2 years old, so their fertility drops down as the males age out. So you know when the equipment gets older, it doesn't work as well. Using my Reese's Pieces cup today. In other words, you sent him to freezer camp? That's cool. Good morning, Andy. Stupid idiots calling during this time. You got more hats to next Friday. More to hats next Friday. That's cool. So let us know how that goes, Buster. Christopher says quail actually made a great meat bird if you just time the grow out properly. We have a freezer full of quail. Well, you know what I had last night? When I cleaned out my freezer, I found a bunch of quail breasts where I had deboned it and I was going to make nuggets out of them. Instead, I threw them in the slow cooker with cream of mushroom soup and some ancient grains and cooked it all together. And that stuff is so good. Lucy got to clean off my plate when I was done, and then she got to clean out the slow cooker after I put the rest of it in the refrigerator. And what I got in the refrigerator now, I will put in the oven to warm up for dinner tonight. Exactly. And you can actually make them into either family meal size or recipe size or individual size. I know, Andy, it was the last of my quail. Lucy still has a few quail left, but I am all out of quail meat, which is kind of sad. And I don't have any rabbit meat. Oh, Joseph, they're great if you smoke them. They would taste great if you smoke them. Wouldn't take as long to smoke either. Christopher says he usually does 5 quail per package, 2 for Angela and 3 for him. You know, Christopher, what I used to do is, because I cocked my quail when I did them, I would cut the legs off and put those in a package. Since it's just me, I'd put 10 legs in one package. So I have my, quote, barbecued wings, and then the breast would go into another package. Of course, I also cut my spines and the feet for bone broth, wings and heads and innards. I would put through the freeze dryer for Lucy's meal. And Andy wants a smoker. She might ask for it for Christmas. Yeah, when you know what you like, you know what you cook, that gives you ideas, because when you're cooking the legs in with a breast, the legs tend to be overdone. So that's one of the reasons why I was swiping off. And I like barbecued wings, and so I liked barbecue quail legs. Legs. It sounded like eggs to me when I said it. And I think I have one envelope left of powdered quail eggs. And Howie's still here. That's good. Howie's got some beautiful roses he's been showing. I got alfalfa going on here. New growth of hair. Makes me look like alfalfa. Good morning, Sue. Sue is the Bud Files. And she's a sweetheart. She does a lot of traveling videos. Sue, drop your link so you can grow more views. Have a blessed day and stay safe, Howie. Joseph telling Sue good morning. And Matt in Josephstown, Howie, goodbye. Thank you, cuz. Sue's channel is right there. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I'm crocheting my shrug for myself. Because it's easy to do when all I have to do is count to 10 while I'm crocheting. And that makes it easy. I'm still working on my granddaughters. I mean, my daughters. My grandson hasn't been around to be measured, so I can't go any farther on his. And our temperature is going to be dropping a lot. Because it's like 34 right now. And it's starting to drop already. It'd be 33 at noon when I do the noon walk. And then 29 when I do 3 o'clock walk, 25 when I do the 7 o'clock walk. And it's only going to be 13 degrees when I get up tomorrow morning. So it is going to be really cold. So we have Buster hatching his first eggs. And hope, Andy, are all your does pregnant? Did you do your double check on them yet? Yeah, Matt, that is too cold. So tomorrow I'll be doing the shorter walk. Yeah. Because the first walk in the mornings, once you usually does her big business. So what's everybody else up to this weekend? I know I've got my water running in the bathroom so the pipes don't freeze. Yes? You haven't tried again? You're just going to wait and see what happens? And Joseph says he's trying to stay warm. Yeah, you're not used to all this cold. Yeah, I understand you being too busy away from home. Oh, Matt, that is great. He's going to dinner with Spicy Mom tonight. Do you know where you're going to eat at? Or does she get to pick tonight? Up, up. Come on. Up, up. Well, you could try a couple of them out, Andy. Andy's weather, our conditions are sunny with temperature 24. The wind's blowing from the west-northwest at 14 miles per hour, and current humidity is 36%. Come on. What? What you want, baby? He says, oh, the place he's trying to take Spicy Mama is Seasons 52. Not sure, but it's where I promised to take her. Yeah, but our wind's been picking up, Joseph. He says the cold's not bad as long as the wind doesn't pick up. You have a blessed day and stay safe. Don't over shovel because, people have silent heart attacks shoveling snow. Christopher. Lucy's trying to tell me something. And Christopher says, don't worry, his heart attack will be loud. Yeah, right. A silent heart attack means you don't realize you're having a heart attack. Oh, baby. What do you want so much, huh? You want so much attention. Yes, yes. Come on. Yes. Well, she tried, but she couldn't. She couldn't do it, I guess. Up, up. You want to say hi to everybody? Or you can't make it this morning? Huh? Can't make it this morning? Blessings be with you, Christopher. Yeah, she's a little slow moving right now. She looks like she's achy as she walked away. But we are all getting old, so there is so much. I understand that, Andy. Go make some coffee and hurry back. While you're doing that, I'm going to go get me another cup of coffee. Matt says leveling up, not getting old. Yeah, we'll level up. But Lucy, she's aching today. You can tell by the way she's moving. I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be right back. Steve says he's running out of levels. Oh, so you're getting close to the plateau? Eddie says she's only had less than 5 hours sleep. I want to be around 5:30 a.m. and was talking to my dad. Then all of a sudden it was 5 a.m. So you lost a half an hour, or you want 23 and a half hours? Matt says, crazy woman. Mine is a teenager, but my body wants to be the crypt keeper. Well, me, mentally, I'm about 30, between 30 and 35. Physically, I feel like I'm 80 sometimes. And it's, oh, you have 3 hours. 3 hours of sleep. That's why I wear my Fitbit. I got almost 6 hours sleep last night, and I went to bed early. Ah, you guys started talking. Okay, you started talking to your dad about 11 p.m. last night. Well, I hear that one dog upstairs. Yeah, I wanted to go to bed at 11. I went to bed about 12:30. Well, no, yeah, about 12:30. And all of a sudden, it was 5 a.m. Then I had to get the dog in for the night and open the door for the turkey, then go to bed. Oh, wow. There's a lot of times that I don't make it to bed before 3 a.m., then I get up at 8 a.m. So I understand that, Andy, because I get to researching something or I get to watching something and time's gone. See, perhaps you should have put the dog in when you started talking to your dad. Well, because I tried that. The trouble is, when I hear an alarm, I'm all of a sudden wide awake. So it doesn't work to tell me to go to bed. I even had Echo tell me when to go to bed, and that didn't work because that triggered something in me to make me wide awake. Hold on. Echo, stop. See, they hear you now. It is so bad that your Alexa listens to you clean across the house and responds. That's part of it. The other part is it has a human voice, so I don't like other people sound like people living in my house. Ah, you're so dedicated, Andy. I thank you very much. Exactly, cuz I know. They can't hear you, so you guys can't trigger mine, but I can trigger y'all's. Oh boy, you got a message. Andy, after you get a nap today, give me a buzz. Oh boy. Yeah, more coffee time, Matt. I agree. Alrighty, Andy. Yeah, Steve says it's always more coffee time. Every waking minute. I think this is my third or fourth cup this morning. I'm not sure. Alrighty, Joseph. Be careful. So the sweet potatoes are doing good. Hurry back, cuz. That's unusual. They got so much noise upstairs already this morning. It's usually not before noon. I guess the dog woke him up. Just a second. I'm handling something real quick. Alrighty. What other plants? I haven't decided. I found my moringa seeds. So I may start some moringas pretty soon. Because I think the moringa, the whole plant is edible. Let me double check on that. Hello, Kathleen. Okay, here you go. I don't raise them right now. I can't raise any animals in this apartment I'm in. But if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
uh, I have a large chicken run. I wouldn't use a large chicken run. Um, I haven't seen Bumblefoot. I didn't get Bumblefoot on the cages. If you use it's empty quail cages, run your hand over the flooring and any barbed areas. Just sand it down. Um, but with the cooey, you don't want more than a 1/4 inch wire. But they do better if you have them on shavings or a padding that you can wash. The first time I kept them in big aquariums, like the 10-gallon aquariums and stuff. Exactly. They do have a strong. They will burrow more than a rabbit burrows. So that run would not be good. You can use plastic totes with wood shavings in it. Yeah, you can use you gotta be careful. They're like rabbits that do chew a lot. You want to keep sticks in there for them to chew on. Um, give them someplace to hide. Their poop makes good fertilizer. It's the urine that stinks. And if you, long as you keep that cleaned up or with wood shavings and you clean their cages often, you won't have that problem of smell. And it depends on how many you're going to keep. And remember, they do have long gestational times.
because gestation time for guinea pigs is anywhere from 59 to 72 days. And you better know how to sex them, Kathleen. And this is very important on how to because the females have a Y or V shape entrance, whereas the male looks like an I with a circle at the top. And when you gently press above the opening, you will reveal their sexual organ. Welcome back, Joseph. Yeah, and don't, wherever you're buying them from, don't depend on them telling you what you have, what they're giving you. Check it out for yourself. You got that right, because the males are, so are the females, really. Well, I'm going to tell you a little trick. The bigger the litter, the longer it takes for them to for their gestation period. And the younger they are, the smoother it is. The more babies they have developing, the shorter the gestational period. Annie says she thinks that the mules are meaner than quail. I never had a problem because I handled them all the time. You have to make them very friendly to your hands. Question: why do you want guinea pigs and not rabbits? Because a guinea pig will bite. Yeah, you're right. The males will beat up other males. Yeah, one that isn't friendly will bite a human. Because I had one bite me. It drew blood. Their teeth are so sharp, it takes a minute before you even realize that you've been bitten. But whether it be a rabbit or a guinea pig, you want to get them used to you holding them. You start that from the time that they're born. And when they're born, they look like miniature guinea pigs, fully furred and everything. If you don't want very big rabbits, but you still want a good meat rabbit, go with Havanas. They're only about 5 pounds when they're adult size. Havanas, like Havana, Cuba. And you want to get them used to you too. Yeah, that's what I said, cause Havana, like in Cuba. Kathleen, Steve wants to know where you're located at. What state? Yeah, Havanas are cute. You're in Southern California? Yeah, so you don't want a big one like the Callies are. Well, they have Florida whites are supposed to be good. Standard chinchillas are good. Palominos. Rabbits are easier to process than guinea pigs are. Cuis got all their muscle in their neck, so it's hard to do a bloodless call on them. Now, if you want to learn about rabbits and breeding them and stuff, the best place to go is Sew and Tear, because she's currently breeding rabbits and everything else. Let me get her link for you. No, she'll be live Monday night. That means you need 2 cages, because you keep the buck away from the doe until you breed them. A doe is very cave protective, and you always take the doe to the buck. Look on her playlist. Watch her playlist all about her rabbits. Yeah. Well, then she can always get another doe after she finds out if she's able to process them or not, and if she can get her family to eat them. And if you have room to make a garden tractor, that's where you can put your grow outs in after they're weaned. Oh, Steve, do you remember Kiss? I was processing those guinea pigs until I came across Kiss, and I could not process him. He was too dang cute. But I didn't have that problem with the rabbits. Because in your mind, you are too conditioned that guinea pigs are pets. So that little bit of cuteness can be too much. Well, Kathleen, when crap hits the fan and they go hungry, they'll turn around. Besides that, after you process them and you start eating like fried rabbit leg, hind legs, all they'll think is that it looks and smells almost like chicken. They won't know the difference. 1000%, cuz 1000%. You eat what I cook, or you don't eat anything at all. I really don't care. Leaves more for me. Yeah, your granddaughter now asked for rabbit stew. If you make chicken and noodle soup, Kathleen, you don't tell anybody what you're cooking, and they won't know that it's rabbit noodles instead of chicken and noodles. That was a weird sensation. It can flash your lights over by someplace where there ain't supposed to be any light. Yeah, that's how you do it. You would have to make that chicken run undiggable. In other words, you will have to put wiring underneath it. Yeah, you would have to seal it in. Because rabbits will dig and burrow. And having them on the ground, you do have to worry about worms. If you're talking about the chicken run, yeah, they'll tell. She's telling you the truth right there. They'll chew through the linoleum in seconds. In fact, their food bowls, you better use metal because they'll even chew the rubber ones. Some if you ain't careful. And you can't use the quail cages on rabbits because they need more height on their cages. Because they have to be able to sit up and have their ears go up above, have room to where they can almost stand up. And Steve's telling you the truth right there. You'd spend more money on the wire for the chicken run than you would to build cages. And if you use the heavier wire, like 1/2 inch by 1 inch, so this Bass Equipment has cages. Yeah, I wouldn't use the ones that you get at Tractor Supply because those are for pets and they are not built good. They fall apart easy. I can show you another place where I used to get my rabbit cages from. Just a second. Let me find it. If you build yourself, then these are great. They even have the P guards on them. Yeah, the ones that for me, yeah. No, it won't. They can chew through that. And it's not good for their feet. But remember this, when you do rabbits, have a blessed day, Matt. When you do rabbits, collect their black gold nuggets. Because you can put that directly on your plants. You can start plants in quail scat. Oh, Andy, remember I had one rabbit, the one that was the problem child, who could rip the P guards off with the J clips holding it. It just ripped those guards off and just threw it. See you tomorrow, Matt. Yes, because if they get sore feet, that is a big problem. But on those cages that I set, those cages are made especially for rabbits. Let me find something here. I'm trying to find to see if I got any on rabbits here. And well, what you do on that is start saving money that you make from selling stuff. That's what I did. I have to answer a call, you guys. So I'm going to have you watching this. Honey, why I'm AFK. Your baby, huh? Oh. Oh, look at that. Here you go, Smokey. Green Mooney. Here you go, baby. Let me see how many she got here. Oh, wow. Quite a few of them. One. Oh, look how big they are. Oh, yes. That's one, two. They do not. Oh, they got good milk bellies too. Two. Three, four, five, six, seven. No, 7 or 8. Let me get them all to the back into the pile here. Seven or 8 there. Come here. Oh, yeah, I go, girl. Oh. Money was my favorite. Let me see. Yes, I heard you're supposed to let quail poop age. Yeah. You threw away some good fertilizer, Kathleen. Yeah, that's. There's another place too that has good wire, but that's probably expensive because you buy a big roll of it. And these were my favorite feeders right here. Let's see if I can find it on. Let me see what Tractor Supply has for a wire. No, not that one. That's not it. I'm looking for the wire. Let me get this down to a. Here you go. It comes out to about $1 a foot. This is for rabbit fencing. It's right there. Oh, wow. They're being a PETA then. But type in at Tractor Supply, type in rabbit wire. And then it'll tell you what columns to look at. Oh, you're gonna find the time today to separate your teenage quail? There you go, cuz. Thank you. That's the perfect one. Get the first one on the list. Those are all good ones. Yeah, but remember your gold, Andy. Okay, Andy. And if I don't get to the phone in time when you call, no, I'll call you right back. I understand that wholeheartedly. Seems like you're being so much time out to other people, for other people. That can be a pain. You got to learn to say that word, no. No is the hardest word to use and to learn as a woman. Somebody ask you, hey, Andy, can I ask you a favor? Ask him, is it a matter of life and death? Etc. Yeah, like Steve said, don't forget to plug it in. And remember, no is a complete sentence. It is a complete answer. And put a siren on it. That's what I mean by a complete answer. The things to say no to, things that cost you money, things that cost you time, and things that cost your reputation, compromise your reputation. That is the hardest one I have right there. I had gotten the habit one time of saying no so much that I automatically said no before I even heard the question. Well, it says we have 5 in here. See if I close out if that still drops the number any. No. Okay. Oh, Joseph is still here. That's good. We got to get Joseph into either raising quail or rabbits because he's got a tiny yard, and those are both fit for him. Oh, you're trying to work on something that his daughter wants to 3D print? That's cool. Stuff for her Valentine's party. So you say no to me, and I still just laugh. I think it's comical. I'm just looking out for when SHTF happens. Last night before I went to bed, I watched the movie White House Down. And that was a good movie. Yeah, it was a good movie. Everybody can answer that quietly. I suggest if people haven't seen it yet, they should. That in a Facebook post that I seen last night, kind of all ran good together. Let me see if I can find that post. Uh, Let me see if I can do this right here. If you're on Facebook, look at that post. And it's kind of comical that both ended up on my streams. Okay, Andy. Here, I can do it this way. Let me see. Right there. That's the post. So things can be pretty interesting. Hey, Katrina. She's listening while she's waking up. Yes, Steve, it would be a shame indeed. Got to find. What I just took down, Katrina, I sent to you on Facebook. And people reading that and then watching White House Down might end up putting ice at your doorstep. No hurry, Katrina. Yep. There's different things that people think about. But things are kind of fun. And it's almost time to call it a day here. Yeah, Lucy's not feeling that good, I guess. The way she's walking kind of stiffly, and now she's sleeping when she's usually awake, bothering me by this time. Welcome back, Andy. Okay, I see where the flash is coming from. Got a light in the window and it hits my frame of my glasses. With the weather changing, Katrina, I think she's like I am. She's feeling a bit of the weather changing. Joseph Solitaire is Katrina, and she goes live on Monday nights, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern. She may be live between either 11 or 12 Eastern tomorrow morning. And then Katrina goes live on Monday night. Yeah, 8 Central. So we're winding down. And we've been pretty steady on the amount of people on here all day. We've had a few come and go, but we stayed at 5 and 6. Let's see what's any weather change to. West Plains conditions are sunny with temperature of 27. The wind's blowing from the west-northwest at 12 miles per hour, and current humidity is 36%. Now see how mine changed. About the same. It was about the same, Andy. No, I put it under Katrina Solitaire. It's in your PM. Yeah, you don't need your computer to look at it. Frankly, the conditions are partly cloudy with temperature of 34. The wind is blowing from the west at 16 miles per hour. Current humidity is 47%. Well, it is. It is cold as I thought it would. Let's see what the wind chill is for me right now. My wind chill is 23 degrees. My temperature is, according to Weather Channel, is 33. So it's like 10 degrees colder with a 16-mile-an-hour wind. We don't have it here, Katrina. We had a dusting last night, but it melted. And then I was afraid I was going to face ice this morning, but the wind blew away the moisture, so I didn't even have ice. And Andy's got her heated blanket on. Or just a stop sign that says no instead of stop. Andy. Well, everyone have a blessed day. It's time for us to go. And I'll see you either Sunday at Matt's or Mondays at Katrina's.